in progress.
So the recording is in progress. And again, welcome to everyone for joining us for this Wednesday Wellness webinar. My name is Rachel, Health Promotion Specialist, and today we will be joined by Carrie and Eric from Community Recreation to talk to us about what the Community Rec team is up to. We also have Sharon Ash, Health Promotion Specialist, joining us today for tech support and to let us know about the new Wellness Wednesday sponsor that we have today. So Sharon, take it away. We'd love to hear more about these awesome prizes.
Amazing. Thanks, Rach, and thanks, Eric and Carrie, for being here today with us. Super excited to hear all about Recreation Month and the different ways that we get to connect this month. And one way that we are connecting through health promotion is with a local sponsor from Black Bear Gear. Everyone has the opportunity, if you are a CAF member and part of the CAF team, which includes CAF community, as in Reg, Reserve, retired military members, and family members who are 18 plus, as well as D&D civilian staff. So unfortunately, our NPF staff, even though they're here and always engaged, are not allowed to win these prizes, but we're so happy that we have everyone from the CAF community here with us. So if you do wish to win a prize, there's two ways of winning. One, you can let us know that you are in by saying yes, please in the chat. So thank you so much I see some yes, pleases in that chat coming up. So for those of you that are not here with us live, unfortunately, you will not win today's prize or have the eligibility to win today's prize, which is for our tactical pen. And that tactical pen is really about 6 different things that it can possibly do, as well as write. So we invite you to add in yes, please into the chat. If you're joining us as a recording, then remember next week for Wellness Wednesday webinars, come back here to Zoom. We will be here from 11 to 11:30, and you will have a chance to win. Now, every time you are here with us and enter to win, you have 4 opportunities, or is it 5 this time, Rach? 4 or 5
this month.
It's 5 in June. And so then you get the opportunity to win the grand prize. And the grand prize here as well from Black Bear Gear has a variety of different things that you can win. That carabiner clip. We have an awesome t-shirt. We have a seatbelt cutter, window breaker. There's a holster there as well for the Luminous. And so we thank Black Bear Gear for providing these prizes for us for our Wellness Wednesday webinars. Pass it back to you, Rach.
Amazing. I love these prizes. They're always so fun to see what's new every month for that grand prize. And it's really fun to give them away and see people and do those drop-offs. So the main point here is join us live if you're interested in these prizes. And if you're joining us, make sure you add in the chat that you are eligible and you would like to win. So the first thing we'd like to do before we begin is get a sense of who's joining us in the room. So I'm going to launch a poll that should appear on your screen. And I'd ask you just to select the group that represents you the best. So you might fall into a couple categories, but what category represents you the best? Awesome. Thank you for participating in that. So we have our dedicated NPF staff and some retired members today. So welcome. It's great to have you here. Next poll. We're wondering, since today is all about community recreation and connection and the importance of that connection for our social wellness and our social health, we would love to know if you've participated in a ComRec service before. So the key here is yes, I absolutely know I participated in a ComRec program before. No, I definitely have not. But then there's also an I'm not sure. So if you think back and you think, well, I did this one thing and I'm not sure if it was ComRec or not. So you can go ahead and answer that in the chat. So we have 3, yes, absolutely. I know I have participated in a ComRec service, and 1, I'm not sure. So that will be interesting. Maybe by the end of the webinar today, you'll realize like, yes, that was a ComRec program. All right, so let's officially welcome our awesome co-host and guests today. We have Eric Hebert and Carrie Hollywood joining us from Community Recreation. Talking about connection this month, it is Recreation Month, so lots to celebrate, lots to do, lots to connect with our friends, family, our peers. So we'd love for you to introduce yourselves, your role within ComRec, and what you're excited about ComRec for this month. So Carrie, let's start with you.
Well, ComRec month this year is all about connection. And we know that we have been kind of disconnected to those we love and usually hang out with because of COVID-19. So our national head office has suggested that we do 30 days of connection, encouraging people to get connected in different ways. So every day of the week for the month of June is a different type of connection theme. And so that's really exciting for us. So if you didn't know about this before, there's still lots left in June to get out there and get connected. So every day of the week, like I mentioned, so for example, Mondays are connect to mindfulness, Tuesdays connect to creativity, Wednesdays connect to wellness, which are these wonderful wellness webinars. Thursdays are connecting to others, and we offer a contest on Thursdays asking participants to share on our social media and share with us ways that they are connecting with others and making someone else feel special. And then of course, Friday, Connect to Movement, where we offer some virtual movement classes, yoga, circuit training, things like that. Saturdays are all about connecting to the community. So getting out, I mean, the weather is fantastic, getting out into the community and exploring some parts of the community maybe that you haven't been to in a while or have never been. And Sunday is all about connecting to nature. And Kingston, we're very lucky. We've got lots of different places that offer trails and other ways to connect to nature. So that's it in a nutshell. And there's lots more coming because there's still lots of June left.
Very exciting. Thank you, Carrie. And Eric, can you introduce yourself and your role within ComRec as well?
Yeah, hi, my name's Eric. I'm the rec supervisor with Community Recreation, and my role is I'm in charge of programs, so children and adult programming, as well as special events. So you've probably seen me if you've ever participated in any of the adult programming or have a kid in a class such as soccer or even summer camp. So I wear many different hats and I'm all over the place. In terms of June is Rec Month, I really enjoy biking on the KP Trail. So I'm definitely taking advantage of just getting out and connecting with nature and exploring the city. So it's a lot of fun.
It was great seeing the video of you and your puppy out on the trail.
Yes.
That I think brought a lot of smiles to people's faces on Facebook. That was awesome.
Yeah.
And of course, I want to make sure Eric mentions his role in June is Rec Month, which is a Saturday coming up.
Yeah, so later on in the month, we do have a special event taking place. I can talk about that more later on, but stay tuned for that.
Perfect. So let's start off with the basics. What types of services does ComRec offer through PSP? It can be, some of your core programs or, something new that's coming to ComRec.
Gary, do you want to start?
Sure. Like Eric mentioned, we wear so many hats. Sometimes it's hard to remember some of the things that are under the umbrella of recreation that we take care of. I often look after some of the special events. Perhaps some of our listeners and viewers have attended one of our craft sales over the years that's happened at Thompson Drill Hall. We generally have 2 annual craft sales, of course, prior to COVID. And adult evening fitness classes that happen down here at the base gym. The MVP program is fairly new, but it has been around for at least a year now. The MVP program being the military veterans program. Word of mouth is carrying it very well from veteran to veteran, but if that's not something you know about yet, definitely worthwhile to look into. So it's challenging to even remember off the top of our heads everything that goes into recreation here at CFB Kingston. We have outdoor activities coming up at Arrowhead Beach, where we have an activity trailer with paddle boards and kayaks. The list goes on and on. And Eric and I share the long list of things, so he can expand on some of the things we also do under his portfolio.
Yeah. So right now I'm focused on our summer camps. We are offering 9 weeks of summer camps beginning on the 28th of June. Our summer camps this year are reserved for the CAF community, so CAF members as well as D&D employees. We're operating out of the Dome. We successfully ran our summer camp last year with all the COVID restrictions, so we're just looking to improve off of that. It should be a lot of fun. We do have a little bit of space still available. However, some of the weeks are full. So just if you're looking for opportunities for your kids, I would suggest registering for our camps sooner rather than later.
It's no understatement when you say there's a lot that is under the community recreation umbrella. And I think that's just a taste of the core programs that you offer. In the chat, we had a MVP is great comment. So someone really enjoys the MVP program. A lot of things have been changed and adjusted because of COVID, but I'm sure looking forward to what's in store for that program with reopening. So that's great to hear. And wondering what the website for the kids camps is. So how would people find the information to register?
Yeah, so if you go online to the CAF Connections website and go to the Kingston site, under children's programs, there should be a link to summer camps. And from there, you'll find out more information about summer camps and a link to psbkingston.com/register. And you can register online that way.
Amazing.
And I know the CAF Connection website can be overwhelming because it does offer bases across the country. But sometimes just going to Google first and entering CAF Connection space Kingston, and even the word summer camp might get you to what you're looking for faster. Hopefully that's helpful. And I think Sharon just added something. Did she?
I think so. I think Sharon has the link there in the chat. So that hopefully would work for you as well. Let us know if it doesn't, and by the end of the webinar, I'm sure we can get you the right link. So thanks for that question. And Eric, you touched on it slightly when we were talking about summer camps, but who can participate in these programs, whether it's the summer camps or the activity trailer, the MVP program? Is it a certain group of people within the military?
So in terms of camps, it is just the CAF community right now, and that's specifically because of COVID. In past years, it's open to the greater area too. I'm not 100% sure about the activity trailer. I believe that's for anybody who has a gym membership, who's in the like a CAF member, as well as a CF1 card. I think it might be. I don't know if Carrie can confirm that, but.
It's been very challenging, of course, because people have not been able to come into the gym to renew their gym memberships. So it is really based on that trust element right now, that if you have a base gym card, it may be expired. However, with a valid gym card, generally that is who can access the activity trailer at Arrowhead Beach. It is not a rental service. It kind of gets confusing because the base gym also has outdoor equipment rentals where you do pay a fee to be able to have a kayak or a paddleboard or a canoe for a length of time, for example, a day, a weekend, or a whole week. The activity trailer is for the CAF community and those with a valid gym card so that it can be a summer extension of your gym membership. So if someone imagines themselves popping into the gym to jump on a treadmill, it's the same idea. They take their gym card down to Arrowhead Beach, and instead of getting on a treadmill like they would at the gym, they're getting into a kayak and doing their half an hour to an hour, depending on the availability there instead of in the gym. So it really is just an extension of your gym membership, which is so fabulous that we can offer this kind of service to our members.
Yeah, that's an amazing feature and a really great clarification too. Because I'm just thinking, like, why would I not go down there on my lunch workout and just go paddleboard instead of staying inside or something like that? So really cool, especially when we're talking about connection, connecting to ourselves, to nature, but then also maybe going down with a coworker or meeting up with a friend who has a gym membership. That's a really cool way, because it's such a cool little alcove down there at Arrowhead Beach too, with the shipwreck, and it's amazing.
I should probably mention it's not open yet. We're actually preparing, Eric and I, we're kind of preparing the trailer today. So the activity trailer is getting full of equipment, life jackets, and all the necessary things so we can open Arrowhead. Let me take a look at my calendar so I don't mess up the date.
Yeah.
Thursday, the 17th, the activity trailer officially opens down at Arrowhead Beach.
So exciting. And I think the last group we've been talking about is the MVP Plus program. So who is that program for?
The MVP program is definitely for the veterans. So you do need to be retired for the military, and you just need proof of that. There is a link again on the CAF Connection site that will tell you, and maybe Sharon can find it, the MVP pages, and it does outline the type of documentation you may need just to show that you are in fact a veteran. But besides that, you can't beat the program. For $10 for a lifetime membership at the base gym, so that you do stay connected, stay engaged, and stay fit as a veteran.
Amazing. Thank you so much. And thank you, Sharon, for being our link hunter there and getting all of that updated in the chat. That's perfect.
My pleasure.
No problem. And speaking of Sharon, we'd like to take a quick break in our conversation to get an update with what's going on with health promotion right now. So we'll take a short commercial break to check in with Sharon and the exciting news she has for us with health promotion. So I think we have a video in store.
Right, so this is just a moment of peace and calm for everyone to enjoy being a little bit more mindful. So we like to take these moments in health promotion, especially when our eyes are tired from Zooming or we've been sitting at our desk for a little too long. So just take a moment here to enjoy. Just breathing in slowly and breathing out. Take these mindful moments, but you can join us on Facebook Live. As Carrie mentioned, we have our Mindful Mondays in which we're connecting. Have an amazing day, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this moment of peace brought to you by Health Promotion Kingston.
Thank you so much, Sharon. That was great timing after talking about Arrowhead Beach and the water, to be able to see that water and take a deep breath for a moment. So thank you for that. And again, a reminder that you can join the Mind Muscle page, which is part of the 30 Days of Connection for June is Rec Month, where we have at noon that moment to take some deep breaths and relax during our day. Thank you very much. So going back to June is Rec Month, I think there's some exciting events that are coming up, or some feature events that you have in store for us. So what are some of those exciting events that you have in store that you'd like to share?
Yeah, so coming up on Saturday, June 19th, we have an event. If you remember what Carrie was talking about earlier, Saturdays, our connection is to the community. So we decided to offer a self-guided walk through downtown Kingston, a discovery walk, and it's taking place between 10 o'clock and 2 p.m. Essentially, if you stop by the base gym, we'll have a table set up outside the dome where you can pick up a map, and it also has a series of questions on it. You take that map, you can go on your self-guided walk downtown. You got to stop at, I believe it's 9 different locations and answer some questions. When you're done answering all the questions, you can come back to the starting point and drop that piece of paper off, and you'll be entered into a draw to win a $500 voucher to Via Rail Canada. We recommend parking at the base gym and walking downtown and completing the walk. If you do that, it's about 7 kilometers. We suggest that just because you do have to park downtown, and if you do, you have to pay to park. With that being said, it is a self-guided walk, so you're free to just take the map and the questions and answer the questions whatever way you want. As long as you bring them back to us by 2 p.m., you'll be entered into that draw to win that great prize from Via Rail Canada.
Great prizing, and really fun to be able to explore Kingston's great downtown and the shoreline that we have. So that sounds like a really great day, and maybe bumping into people who are doing the Discovery Walk at the same time, which is always fun to see and to build that community connection as well. So there are some details there in the chat. If you didn't quite catch all of that information, you can refer to that. And with Connection and 30 Days of Connection, June is Rec Month, what does connection mean to you both?
Eric, do you want to start, or would you like me to start?
You can start if you like.
For me, connection is all of the things that we're doing over the 30 days. I love connecting to nature. I love my self time as well. So having those moments where you can just be with your thoughts. I love connecting to the community. There's so many places in the community that even I hadn't been out and visited in a while, for one, because we were under, self lockdowns and things like that. So now that the nice weather's here, to be able to get out and explore again is just incredible.
Yeah, for me, connecting.
It's been a great month so far.
Yeah. For me, connecting is more about feeling like part of something. So, for instance, this walk downtown, you get to connect to the community. You get to probably learn some facts that you weren't sure about or weren't aware of. I also think of connecting as connecting to yourself, and that's the piece of like getting out there in nature, kind of start thinking about things, going for a bike ride, just kind of be with yourself. So there's 2 parts for me.
Yeah, those are all really great points. And I'd love to hear in the chat what connection means to you. If there's a few words that come to mind when you think of connection, what is that? For me, I think connection is always changing, and it's a discovery, like your discovery walk, right? There's always something new where you find that little boost of connection, or you find that feeling inside that it just hits a little bit different, right? Like Eric said, it feels like you're part of something. So we have spending time with fur babies is all about connection, exploring and feeling part of something, learning new things, that is connecting to some deep parts in your brain sometimes, and learning about your community. I like that one. Learning more about maybe your neighbors, which could be a benefit of, or a silver lining of lockdown. Maybe you're more familiar with your neighbors and connecting that way. One comment, I had always assumed that connection was to others. I appreciate the new definitions that expand this concept, maybe connecting more with yourself or things like nature and plants and so on. Last one is feeling like being part of something that really resonated with the participants, connecting to self and having alone time. Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing those thoughts, and for Carrie and Eric for joining us to explain more about what community recreation is, the services that you provide, and for who exactly you provide them for within our military community. You do amazing work, and we really appreciate everything that you do. We love connecting with you, even though it's still virtual, and can't wait for some of those in-person programs again. So thank you so much for joining us, and be sure to check out the community recreation webpage for all of those great programs and services. Thank you so much. We'd love to take any questions from the audience if they're there. If you have any clarifying questions about services, this would be a great time to ask. Again, you can always connect to anyone from the PSP team via email, and you can find those contacts on the webpage or by connecting to the gym. I don't see any questions yet, but maybe this webinar has helped clarify if you have participated in a community recreation program in the past, and maybe inspired you to seek out some of those services.
I think it was really good. Thank you very much.
We have one more. Mark, I don't think you're going to want to leave yet because we do have our draw. And
yeah, that's
if
right.
I'm correct, I think we know who the winner might be.
My odds are looking good.
So I'm going to throw it back over to Sharon real quick. Oh, first, next week is our Wellness Wednesday webinar with Jackie to combat the negative by connecting with the positive. So that will be another great webinar, which you can join live to maybe add some competition to the draw. Right now, I'd love Sharon to pop back on and maybe make the draw or just announce.
Oh, I'm actually going to draw it for sure.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. All right. So who's going to be the big winner?
Oh, I don't know.
Dun, 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 shaking it all up. And the winner is Mark. Woohoo! Not sure you can see.
Congratulations, Mark.
I will be in touch with you, Mark, and we will tee up how we can get that wonderful prize to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And you're very welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. And as well, Mark, these make fantastic gifts. So if you're here next week and you happen to win again, right, you have your Christmas shopping done.
The world's my oyster.
You know, collection.
Amazing.
Awesome. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Join us next week with Jackie for connecting to the positive, and have a great week. Take care, everyone.
Thank you all.